here in game one. Booker taking on Westbrook, and a block by Westbrook, and he throws it off of Booker. It is Clipper ball. What a play. Russell Westbrook.
Yee. Clipper Nation, stand up. Stand up. So, man, y'all heard the play, but I hope y'all got a chance to see the play. Mr. Russell Westbrook with the block. The block to save the 2 points, because they were down 3 to get us 2, right? They stopped 2 points from going in. But Russell Westbrook doesn't stop there. He jumps again. It hits the ball back at Booker. Booker had plenty of time to move out the way. I mean, he could have caught it. It was right there if he was really daring. But, you know, it's like dodgeball when the person's out of bounds. He's trying to throw the ball in. It's pretty much like dodgeball. But what's Booker doing? Booker's complaining to the ref before he hit the ground. Booker is looking at the ref before he hits the ground, which gave Russell Westbrook enough time to throw the ball at him and make Booker fall on the ground. And gave the Clippers the possession back to end the game with the W. Suns in 6. Suns get eliminated in 6. I think I'm going to bet money on the ladder. You know what I mean? Because you saw them out there. I mean, we see KD, we see Chris Paul, we see Booker all playing not bad, playing well. I mean, none of them had great games. But I will say one thing that I did notice, it was clear as day. The Suns do not have a bench. It's just the sun and the moon. They ain't got no other light. I mean, it's just the sun and the sunlight shining on the moon. The Suns do not have a bench. It's the dark side of the moon over there. Like, they get nothing from them. I got 10 points. On the other hand, the Clippers, they got a bench. They got niggas on the bench. You know what I mean? Ready to play, hungry. I mean, they got niggas starting now to go sit on the bench. I mean, we got some injured people. We got 2 injured starters right now. And we got a stacked bench. Crazy, huh? They said Suns in 6? Is that what they said? I see it trending every day. Suns in 6? Really? Well, they got about 2 more chances. 1 more, then they got to win 4 straight. I mean, the Clippers already took their home court advantage, and the Suns aren't bad at home. They're actually great at home. You know what I mean? But one thing that's a fact is the Suns were on an 8-0 winning streak since they got Kevin Durant. Right? And I'm not sure if y'all seen the last game of the season. They seem to have sat out all their starters. You know what I mean? And they lost that game. So that wasn't a win with Kevin Durant because Kevin Durant did not play. Chris Paul did not play, nor did Devin Booker play that game. They all played this game, and it was clear. The Clippers were dominating most of the game. Yes, the Suns did make a little run, but it is clear as day this lack of bench for the Suns, they're always going to be digging out a hole. And I just want to make the point that any lead that you think Chris Paul and KD and Devin Booker can build up as a team, as a trio, when the bench comes in, it all goes away because the Clipper bench is way too strong. They're going to put up points. They're going to pressure them. And they're only going to grow leads. They're only going to kill deficits, make deficits smaller, and maybe even turn a deficit to a lead. Like, that's what the Clippers bench is. They're always going to make the change in the run, in the scoring, whatever. But then, the starters then have the job to maintain whatever that bench did because the Suns bench is weak. I mean, I got to say it. They're weak. They traded their bench. They got nobody on their bench. Nobody. Nobody on their bench. It's kind of embarrassing that people actually think the Suns are going to beat the Clippers. Because they don't, it's like they just listen to Skip. They just listening to Skip and Shannon. They listening to Skip, Shannon, Stephen A. They not even paying attention to the basketball and how the game is played and how the rosters are built and how your starting lineup, yes, they are on the court the majority of the game, but if you don't have a bench, then you're going to have to play your starters all game. And guess what? Your starters ain't going to be that good at the end of the game if their legs is burnt out. And that's just the fact. And yeah, you could rotate them in, rotate them out, but you see, ain't nobody backing up CP3. They ain't got no backup point guard. And ain't nobody backing up. I mean, they got Craig. They got Ross, I guess. You know what I mean? They got potential. But as far as the develop, you don't see them players actually turning that into something. That time they got on the court. You see them actually passing the ball to KD or passing the ball to the star on the court. So the Suns bench, man, I'll put $100 on it, will never outscore the Clippers this whole series. Win, lose, tie, they ain't no ties, but win, lose, they will never outscore the Clippers bench. I mean, that's almost a given. And that means the starters are going to have to outscore the Clippers starters and some, because they got to make up for that time. You know what I mean? Or that them lack of points, lack of production. You know, they'll make their runs, but if they don't have that consistent bench play, like, hey, I want to take my players off, I want to just not lose my lead. They don't have that. The bench isn't playing defense as well. They're definitely not shooting the ball as well. I don't even know if they shoot. I don't even know how many people are on their team. I gotta look at the roster. You know I'm joking. You know I'm joking. But with that said, we got the Clippers there. They beat the Suns 115-110. All right, we had Kawhi Leonard, 38 points. Kevin Durant, 27 points. Booker, 26 points. Craig, starter. I thought he came off the bench. He a starter, 22 points. Yeah. The bench, I mean, I don't even want to name them off. But the fact that Chris Paul had a double-double. KD had a double-double. I'm telling you, the Phoenix Suns starters are playing as good as they should play. They're playing as good as they need to play. Maybe not need to play to win, but as a superstar, they're playing good. Considering the pressure, the defense that they're getting. You know, Chris Paul isn't having a fun time out there. Yes, he does his Chris Paul thing, but his legs ain't always there. He ain't trying to run with them young cats that the Clippers got. But you see that KD is actually coming off his end, timid. I don't know why he's playing the way he's playing. Is Westbrook really getting into him? But they're pressuring him a lot. And I see that KD ain't really being aggressive. I mean, his most consistent shot is that three-pointer, I say. And you know what I mean? That's Steph Curry. You know, KD not Steph Curry. KD got a mid-range shot. He could take it to the rack, but you see when he lets the ball go, I mean, you know his buckets, but he's just not letting it go enough, you know? And I'll just say that Westbrook could be playing a big role in why KD ain't putting up points. And if Westbrook continues with this energy and these vibes on KD, then the Suns are going to be in a deep, deep ditch trying to climb their way out. Maybe down 3 games. You know what I mean? About to facing the closeout game. You know, we'll see how the next game plays out. We see what kind of adjustments they make, because teams could always make those adjustments. You know what I mean? You see that even in the first half, the Suns, you know, made the adjustments. Hey, we're not even. I think that was in the second quarter. That was like, Eric Gordon ain't scoring no more, or he not. Let's make it hard for Eric Gordon. You know what I mean? They already had it in the plan. I mean, that's the only thing the bench did well was contain Norman Powell as far as on a defensive way. He only had 14 points, but he wanted 30. He wanted 20 for sure, 25 at least. You could tell by the way he was going up, but that was D'ing him up. And I'll give it to Phoenix Suns as a team. They were really crowding in the key. It leaves a lot of open space for some well shooters to pop some threes. Some good shooters to pop some threes. You know what I mean? We had it wasn't even. Man, both teams shot in the 30s, low 30s in threes. So that wasn't it. The Clippers just and will continue to outplay the Suns team until the Suns team can talk some sense into their bench or do something. It's too late to acquire anything. Man, I feel like they got KD and just forgot about, man, we need a bench. You know what I mean? They got a 32% free throw shooter in their center, which is cool, but not when you're in the playoffs and every point counts. They lost by 5 points. You know what I mean? And don't get it twisted. Biyombo, he shot 50% from the free throw line. So don't get that. That wasn't the reason why they lost. But it's a liability. And the Clippers know it. Just like they say Russ is a liability, let him shoot. But y'all see, Russ ain't got to shoot. He could Lance Stevenson his way through this. He can Ron Artest his way through that. He got more energy than them. So, Suns in 6, huh? I mean, it could be Suns in 5. I'm not going to say that it can't happen. But I will say that it ain't looking as easy as you thought, huh? It ain't looking that easy. They ain't got the energy in Phoenix. Y'all ever been to Phoenix? It's dry as fuck out there. Even when it rains, it's hot. Like monsoon. You ever been in the monsoon weather? That shit crazy. Be like 110 degrees raining, just steaming off the ground. Yeah, Phoenix, the water hit the ground and go right back up. Phoenix is dry as fuck. So I'm assuming a few things are also dry too. One thing, the Phoenix Suns. The other thing, I don't want to say. But they dry as fuck out there. You know what I mean? The only things that are wet in them pistols, because everybody got one. Y'all better be safe in Phoenix, because everybody got a gun. It's like the Wild Wild West. I mean, they talking about Ja Morant. Y'all ever been to Phoenix? It's dry as fuck. Everything dry. The flowers, everything dry. The pistols just wetting everybody up. Wet everywhere. But, that's a whole different subject. Let's get back to it. Suns at 6, huh? Eliminated. Saying it today. Suns will be eliminated in 6. The Clippers bench will outscore the Suns in every game, win or lose. And that's the Suns bench. The Clippers bench will outscore the Suns bench in every game, win or lose. Win or lose. What's that? Russell Westbrook had 11 rebounds. $11 rebounds, 5 offensive rebounds. He had more offensive rebounds than Zubac. Russell Westbrook had more offensive rebounds than Ayton, Craig, Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook had more offensive rebounds than the whole Suns starting lineup. And y'all want to talk about Westbrook, huh? Y'all want to talk about Westbrook, huh? Do he need to shoot? I mean, the only reason he needs to shoot is a distraction. He's one rebound short from tying. He's one offensive rebound short from tying. The total team offensive rebounds for the Suns. All right, they had 6. Russ had 5. They had 6. Russ had 5. Kevin Durant, Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Aiden, Craig, Ross, Hammond, and friends had 6. Russell Westbrook had 5 offensive rebounds. Man, y'all just got to put this all down and just really look at this Suns and 6. Because y'all going to be looking dumb as fuck when if they get blown out. I mean, the formula is there. The algorithm is there. If y'all don't want to do the math, then just say Suns and 6. But if y'all want to sit down and do the math, don't say nothing after Suns and 6. And I meant to say it like this, because if y'all ain't trying to sit down and do the work, I don't want to hear nothing after you say Suns and 6. When I say, ooh, don't say nothing, because you don't know. You ain't trying to do the work. But if y'all trying to do the work, show me what's up. Show the work. I'm listening. We all listening. You know what I mean? So we really can't be jumping. I mean, I know people aren't going to jump the 6 ship, the Suns and 6 ship until it's Suns and 7. You know what I mean? And they ain't going to jump Suns and 7 until it's Clippers playing Denver, and then it's going to be Denver and 6. Because we got a bandwagon of Clipper haters. I mean, it's a branch of the defected Laker fans. You know what I mean? A branch of them has just decided to hate on the Clippers perpetually for no reason at all. You know what I mean? And it seems like the Clippers seem to just, they want to just rub it in their face. Yeah, we'll take Zubac. Oh, he's whack. Zubac. Westbrook. Okay, we'll take him. We just got a better organization. It's player first, player ran. You know what I mean? I'm not going to say Steve Ballmer ain't running it, but he does. You can see that he there. He's present, right? But you could tell that he lets the players coach players. I mean, you see the coaching staff, ex-players. You see, the players and how they want to play hard for this team. You know what I mean? You don't see many players just mad they're here. Maybe a lot of them mad they got to leave. You know what I mean? It's the Clippers. They want that champ. They want to get that first ring for that city, for that team that hasn't gotten one. You know what I mean? They don't want to go be number 17, 18. Yeah, a ring's a ring, right? But it means something. It means something when it's more valuable, more precious. You know what I mean? So we'll see how the Clippers finish off this series. This is just the first game. You know what I mean? But I did want to get ahead of the Suns and 6 crowd because, I mean, they was tweeting Suns and 6 through the whole game, even after the game. Like, still Suns and 6. Going at Westbrook. But back to that play with Devin Booker. If they doing dumb shit like that, the Suns ain't going to win. They not going to win. I mean, Westbrook didn't even foul him at all. And he crying to the ref before he lands. And that's why they potentially lost the game. It could have been the reason why they lost the game. That's all I'm saying. They could have lost it anyway. Say, you know, he made, whatever the point is, they could have lost it. Unless they would have popped it out and hit a three, which is all likely, especially in the NBA, especially when they need it. Seemed like it'd be the easiest shot these days. But ain't no doubt about it. A lot of y'all wrong. And y'all gonna owe the Clippers an apology. And y'all better put it in handwriting too. Fuck all this texting and tweeting. Y'all better handwrite them an address with a stamp, first class stamp, and send that bitch to the Intuit Center because they'll be there. And y'all better do your shit because you need an apology when it happens. All right, if it don't happen, you don't apologize. All right, so y'all have a good one. Like and subscribe. Like I said, Clippers and 6. Y'all stay true to yourselves.